Welcome back to One Dish, Two Ways. I'm Sheila and Joe's behind the camera today. And we want to make sure we wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. It is the day after Thanksgiving as we are taping this video, and we have some family in town, which is what prompted this video and one of our favorite recipes. But we want to hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving and you have a good holiday season as we move towards Christmas and Hanukkah and all the other seasons. So today we're going to make cinnamon roll pancakes. Why do I like cinnamon roll pancakes? Well, the first thing is about a year and a half ago, I started making them sheet pan version. Boy, has that changed everything. Because when you have a lot of people and you're making pancakes, one person's got to continue to make the pancakes, and then for everybody to get hot pancakes, and then you're the last one to get pancakes. Whereas it's so much easier to do the sheet pan ones. So, and then cinnamon roll pancakes is one of our newest favorites. So, but we're going to make it whole food plant-based. And then when we show it how we serve it, we're going to have two special guests being our triers today, and then I'll show two different ways that I'm going to serve it, but it is just going to be the one dish today. So let's get started. So first I got the oven preheated to 400 degrees, and now I've got to prep my pan. So this is a half sheet pan that we're going to use today, and we're going to line it with parchment paper so it'll be easier to serve and clean up. So here's the key about parchment paper. It does not stay when you just do this. So if you crumble it, and then breaking it back open, it will stay in place of where you want it to be. Just like that. Easy peasy. So now our pan is prepped. So now let's make our pancake mix. I've been cooking a lot this weekend, so I am taking a little help from Plantstrong, and I am using their pancake waffle mix right here. This is one of our favorites. I've never had the other one that they have. I will put it in the, in the description. The other thing I will do for you is I will tell you how much pancake batter you need in order to do sheet pan. That way you can use any pancake batter that you might have on hand. But I'll do that in the description. But for this one, I'm just going to open it up, and we're going to add, all we have to do is add milk to it. It's going to be super simple. Okay. That is a 16-ounce package. I did forget in the intro, did I say I'm Sheila and that's Joe? Okay. And we eat two different ways. I eat whole food plant-based to cure my migraines, and Joe eats standard American food. So that's why we show you one dish, two ways. Okay.
Hey, everybody likes this.
Exactly. This recipe, I've made it before and everybody likes it, so we're going with it. So I need 2.5 cups of milk, and I'm using plant-based milk. So I've got 2 cups of the soy milk, and then I've got a 1/2 cup of the unsweetened vanilla milk. So I just mix the two. You can use whatever plant-based milk that you have. I just wouldn't do a savory one because this is a sweet batter. So let me add the milk to it. So it's 2.5 cups. And then we just need to stir away, because the best part is the filling, or in our case, the swirl. That's really what we're doing with the cinnamon roll pancakes. No different than if you were making cinnamon rolls. You've got that middle part, which makes all the wonderful goo, which is the best part, honestly, of the cinnamon roll. Well, the icing's good too. And this does not take long at all to come together. But again, you can think, if you're watching this video and you're like, well, I don't have that thing, just make pancakes. You can Google. If you don't look at the description, you could Google how to make sheet pan pancakes and know how much batter you need, and then you can do whatever you want for your toppings. So this is mixed up enough. It does not take long at all. Just like most pancake batters, if you make them from a mix, they don't take long at all to come together. Now, what I like about this is that everybody can eat at the same time, and while the pancakes are cooking, you can be doing other things. So in my case, I'm going to be getting my side dish together for the pancakes, and then I'll be cooking sausage for the rest of the house. So it just makes it very easy to do that. Okay, so the batter's in. Now let's spread it around. Oh, this is going to be so good. Now, if you don't want to make cinnamon roll pancakes, you could make them any way you want. So at this point, if you've got some kids in the house, you could decide that you're going to do quadrants. And you could make one quadrant. You could make blueberries, one quadrant, some, what do you call those? Chocolate chips, You can do one quadrant with strawberries and one quadrant with bananas. Whatever you want. You don't have to do the cinnamon swirl that we're going to do. Now, how are we going to make the cinnamon swirl without any butter or oil? We're going to use dates, and that's what I have here. Actually, I have 2 different kinds of dates in that water. I've got the Medjool dates, and I cannot remember the name of those right there. I'll have to put it in the description box. And they've been soaking for about 90 minutes. And the reason for them to soak is so that they will blend, because they're going to give us that ooey gooiness that is so good about cinnamon rolls. So I'm going to take the dates out. They are pitted, by the way. Pit the dates before you put them in your water. Now, if you are short on time or you forget about this, cover them with boiling water and you can take that time in half. So I was just working out and doing other things, so I had plenty of time to soak them this morning. So save your date water because you might need it if your mixture will not blend, okay? So I don't want to do anything with that. So I've got the soaked dates here, and now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. Remember, this is cinnamon roll pancakes, so we want a lot of cinnamon. 2 tablespoons. And then we need vanilla, and I'm going to use vanilla paste that will also help us blend this date mixture up. So I'm going to use 1 tablespoon, if I can get a tablespoon out of here. It's low, I'm hoping. There we go. Just like the toothpaste thing, you got to get it all the way out. Oh yes, very good. All right, so we've got that done. Oh, I don't want to miss any of that goodness. Okay, so now I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of the water, actually probably 2. Now I'm going to take this over to the blender, which I've told you guys before, it is super loud. It's very, very loud. So I'm going to take it over to the blender and blend it. When I come back, I will show you the mixture and I will tell you if I ended up having to add more water to it. And it's like a lot of different recipes. Some days the dates are, if your dates are a little bit older and they didn't soften as much as they want to, you might have to add. If they're really fresh, then they're going to be super soft and blend easy. It just kind of depends, but I'll let you know what the mixture should look like when we come back. So I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. And as you can see, I've got it all pureed now. So I ended up adding a total of 8 tablespoons of that water, that date soaked water, and I pulsed it 3 times. Now I have a Ninja and the pulse goes for, I think it's 35 seconds. And so I did that once, added more water, twice added more water. And then after the 3rd time, I had enough, because what you need it to do is blend. You want this to be thick, kind of like hummus or a thick dip, because just like with the ooey gooiness of cinnamon rolls, we're going to dump this on here. I should just go ahead and show you. I don't mean dump, like dollop it on. And then we're going to swirl it in the pancakes. So it's going to be really super easy. And get the kids involved if they want to help out with this. There's no right or wrong way. There's no perfect cinnamon roll pancake. It's just it's more about the taste than the look. So it does not need to be perfect. I'll get my Tovolo and get all this wonderfulness out of this. You can make this mixture ahead of time. If you knew that family was coming over, you could go ahead and get your date cinnamon vanilla done ahead and then just get it to room temperature before you get ready to spread it onto your pancakes. Not a problem. Okay, now we're just going to take a knife and we're just going to start swirling. Just like this. Don't go too hard. You don't want to break that parchment paper. So I kind of go at an angle. And you just make it all swirly so that in every bite is the ooey gooiness of the cinnamon rolls. Oh, absolutely. You can go like this too and then flatten it. You just want to make sure that you get that ooey gooiness everywhere. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, and just like that, it's done. This is only going to take 15 to 18 minutes in your oven. Again, the oven's on 400 degrees. And we will come back when I get them out of the oven and we'll show you how we're going to serve them and our 2 special guests who will get to try them. So we'll see you in about 20 minutes. Welcome back. It has been right about 17 minutes and the pancakes are done. So I'll let Joe get a shot of the pancakes, and I want to show you, I've just got a tester here, and when you go down, there's nothing on the tester, and that's what you want. And then you can also touch it and see that it's not like your finger goes in and then it's not done. So the pancakes are ready. And while they just cool for a second, we'll talk about the 2 different sides. So it's like 9:30 here. And so I want the sweet, but I want something savory too. So I had some broccoli. I got a couple apples that need to be used up, a stalk of celery, some grapes, and I had a little bit of vinaigrette. And so I just put that all in a salad, and that's what I'm going to have as mine so I can get my greens in for breakfast. I don't do that if it's like 7 in the morning. I'm not really feeling the greens, but I am today, and I had a hard workout, so I just want to get those greens in. I might eat the whole bowl, but we'll just act like I only eat this small amount here. So Joe has the other side dish.
You want the sausage?
He's talking to our special guests that are going to come on in just a second. So this is kielbasa type sausage that Joe fried up for us this morning. So, okay, so everybody wants sausage. So let me start cutting the pancakes, and we'll let our special guests start coming into the video. So they've been watching the video this whole time, watching us film. So let me get their portion ready. Well, at least what they're going to try on camera. So come on in, guys. Woohoo! So this is my mom, which you have seen before. Hello. And this is her older brother, my Uncle Fred, who's also a priest. So he will do mass for us later this weekend at our house. So let's go ahead and get the pancake. Oh, my first one. Yeah, it'll be okay. So we're just going to give everybody one to try. And then, of course, you'll get more than that when we are ready to sit down and eat. Now, if you do have other members of the household that may want some butter on them, I'll have butter ready. Like my dad will put butter on his. He chose not to be on camera. We did ask him. It's easier also. And you have the option to put, if you want something more, some syrup. I know Mom's not a syrup, but Uncle Fred, you might want syrup. And I've got 3 different choices. I've got cherry, regular, and blueberry. So take up your fork and do you want some?
I'll have some regular.
Okay. And I just want to try it without.
Delicious.
You could make icing to go on it. So I could whip up a powdered sugar icing if you'd like.
That'd be good.
So I might do that after just powdered sugar and a little bit of milk, and then you could pour that on it. But we'll see what everybody thinks.
Very good.
Good.
That's a real good cinnamon taste.
Good.
That's right.
Excellent. Excellent. And it's not overly sweet because we use the dates instead of the sugar. But we'll make a powdered sugar drizzle for your guys' side of it. And then that's what we'll do. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. We hope you have a wonderful holiday weekend. And we will see you next week on One Dish, Two Ways.